So what do you get when you mix a teacher, an entertainer, and a tech creator all into one person? Well, you get someone like Jun Sang-yoon. He's this visionary educator who's on a mission to do exactly that. And honestly, he's trying to build a whole new way of learning from the ground up.
And this right here, this motto is basically the key to understanding his whole philosophy. It's got three parts, right? You've got the knowledge like a teacher, that's the deep expertise. Then fun like an entertainer, that's all about engagement. And finally, skills like a creator. That's the tech know-how to make it all happen. It's really the blueprint for everything he's building.
Okay, so let's get practical. What does this new kind of teacher actually look like? I mean, we've all been in a traditional classroom, right? We know they have their limits. So what if you could design a teacher specifically for our digital world? That's the exact question Jun Sang-yoon is trying to answer.
And he's got a name for it, the Smart Edutainer. Now, this is super important. It's not just about, throwing some cool tech into a classroom. No, this is a total rethink of what a teacher's role even is. They're not just giving out information anymore. They become this master communicator, a guide who knows their way around tech, and basically an architect who designs these incredible learning experiences. A vision this big doesn't just pop into someone's head overnight. It's built on a really unique mix of skills and experiences that he put together piece by piece over time. So let's kind of rewind and see how he forged all these different tools.
Okay, first things first. You've got to have the foundation. And his is solid. A Master of Education, a proper certification as a high school English teacher, and even a degree in child studies. This is the bedrock, right? It's that deep understanding of how kids learn that everything else is built on top of. But here's where it gets really interesting. On top of that solid academic base, he starts adding all these specialized skills. He's got certifications for early childhood and special needs education from Canada, which gives him this incredible range. And then, bam, the Google trifecta: educator, trainer, and coach. This is where that creator part of his motto really starts to shine.
All right, so he's got the vision, he's got the skills. But, every great idea needs that one moment, that big test to see if it really works. For Jun Sang-yoon, that moment arrived back in 2017. And it was on a massive national stage. So picture this. It's the KOSETA Academic Forum. This is a huge deal, a major conference for English teachers all across Korea. The theme is all about skills for the 21st century. The stakes couldn't be higher, and he walks in with an idea that, for the time, was pretty out there.
And what happened? He won. First place nationally. Look, this was so much more than just a trophy. This was validation. It was like a giant green light from the establishment, signaling they were finally ready for something new.
So what was this game-changing idea? It was a model for blended learning using, wait for it, Google Classroom. And you gotta hear this part. He was working on this back in 2016. We're talking years before the pandemic made remote learning a household name. He'd already cracked the code.
The fallout from this win was huge. I mean, he was the first teacher ever from his province to win this thing. His work proved, way before anyone was forced to, that online learning could actually work, and work well. And that win? It was his ticket to the global stage, representing all of Korea at the World Conference for English Teachers. Just incredible.
Winning a big award like that is amazing. But what really matters is what you do after. And he didn't just, put the trophy on his shelf. No way. He took that momentum and used it to start building a whole global community of people who thought like him.
And you can see his influence just grow and grow. He wins in 2017. By 2019, he's founded a Google educator group that's GEG for his home region. Then fast forward to 2022, and he's founding another one all the way over in Vancouver, Canada. See, he wasn't just basking in the win, he was building an actual network to push these ideas out into the world.
And the work he's doing through these groups is, well, it's all over the map in the best way possible. He's pushing the envelope with AI and edutech. He's diving deep into research on multicultural education for young kids. He's literally helping whole school districts go digital. He's like a connector, right? Taking these big global ideas and figuring out how to make them work in a real local classroom. So all of this really brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? What does this kind of all-in-one approach really mean for the future of learning? Like, where is this all heading? And this is where you can see his whole vision just click into place. It's not about just one of these things.
He sees how EduTech connects to early childhood, which connects to high school, which connects to special needs and multiculturalism. For him, they're not separate boxes. They're all interconnected pieces of one big dynamic learning ecosystem.
But look, after all this talk about AI and tech and global networks, it all comes back to something super simple, something really human. His guiding principle is just this: learning should be fun. Period. That's it. That's the fuel for this entire engine of innovation.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. We're always so focused on the next shiny app or the newest device, right? But what if Jun Sung-yoon is onto something bigger? What if the real game changer in education isn't the technology at all, but a whole new kind of teacher?